Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Cowboys hold pre-draft visit with national champion. The NFL draft is on the way, and it will be an important one of the Dallas Cowboys. The franchise is looking to turn things around in 2025, and while they're keeping some key players in place, they're also going to need some rookie talent to really flesh out their roster. As it turns out, ahead of the draft, the Dallas Cowboys have hosted plenty of possible new players, including a national champion defensive lineman. So, they're getting serious about their top picks. Georgia defensive end Michael Williams was in town to meet with the Dallas Cowboys last weekend, according to Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network. Georgia DE Michael Williams took a 30 visit with the Cowboys last weekend, according to Mike Garafolo. Nick Harris of the Star-Telegram stated on X in an April 8 post. As for other pre-draft meetings, Harris also reported that the Cowboys have also met with Tennessee defensive end James Pierce Jr. and Georgia's Michael Williams. In his post on X, Harris also indicated that he's figured out 16 of the 30 guys the Cowboys have met with so far. Williams would be quite a get for the Cowboys, and he's expected to get picked in the top 15. Some think he'll be taken before Dallas has a chance to make their number 12 pick. Williams helped the Bulldogs pull off a national championship. In 3 years, he recorded 14 sacks and 23 tackles for a loss. The 2025 NFL Draft is set for Thursday, April 24th, through Saturday, April 26th, and it will take place outside the legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The draft will be available to watch live on NFL Network, NFL Plus, ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPN Deportes. The broadcast will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Thursday, April 24th, and coverage of rounds 2 through 7 will also be available to watch on those platforms. Aside from the draft, the Cowboys have brought on a new backup quarterback in former New England Patriots quarterback Joe Milton III. In an April 4th interview shared by Tommy Yarish of the Dallas Cowboys staff, Milton talks about coming to Dallas. "It was great, it's a blessing come true," Milton said of coming to the Cowboys. "That was something that me and my team talked about and was able to get done with the Cowboys, so it's just a blessing to be here." Milton also talked about what he can bring to Dallas, noting, "For my rookie season I grew a lot. Football is football at the end of the day, just having fun, enjoying the best thing I can do, and that's going out there and just having fun with it and enjoying my teammates, getting to learn people." He added, "Here now, I'm a Cowboy now, being able to learn my teammates and get to explore and experience different things with them." Milton played in one game with the Patriots, and that was in the final game of the 2024 season. During that game, he went 22 of 29 for 241 yards and a touchdown, and he helped pull off a 23-16 victory over the Buffalo Bills. Next man up, Jonathan Mingo has plenty to prove in year 2 with Cowboys. While the Cowboys weren't exactly quiet during free agency this spring, there is still plenty of work to do for this team that finished 7-10 in 2024. Not only did they add some key players in free agency and via trades, but they also re-signed some of the core depth as well. Still, there are other guys on this team that must take that next step in order for the Cowboys to be successful in 2025. Today, we'll continue the Next Man Up series with wide receiver Jonathan Mingo. The past, as it stands, Mingo is trying to prove he was worth the Panthers spending a second-round pick to acquire him out of Ole Miss in 2023. He got off to a solid start for a very bad Panthers team in his rookie season, producing more than 400 yards along with 15 first downs in 14 starts while averaging 9.7 yards per catch in the process. His struggles with finding the end zone could easily be more attributable to the struggles of rookie quarterback Bryce Young throwing for only 11 touchdowns that entire season to 10 interceptions, 16 games. The present, there's clearly something the Cowboys saw in Mingo that led them to send their 2025 fourth-round pick to the Panthers to acquire him just ahead of the 2024 trade deadline, but things are off to a rocky start. But, Much like his time in Charlotte, it's largely due to inconsistent and, at times, poor quarterback play in Dallas by way of a struggling Cooper Rush during much of Mingo's half-season with the Cowboys. The two could never get on the same page, and though Mingo's routes looked crisp on film, often getting separation and finding a way to get open, whenever he did, he was thrown a fried duck of a ball. The future, when he gets to training camp in Oxnard, his first with the Cowboys and inaugural one with Dak Prescott, he'll have his first real chance at showing what he can do when an all-pro quarterback and former NFL MVP runner-up is throwing passes to him. And with the backup quarterback role being shaken up, Rush now in Baltimore, Trey Lance joining the Chargers and Joe Milton landing in Dallas via trade, it'll be interesting to see if Milton can establish chemistry with the entire QB room. One thing is for sure, though, and that's the fact the Cowboys need someone to step up and be a consistently dynamic complement to CeeDee Lamb, and if they also grab an explosive receiver in this year's draft, Mingo will have that much more competition, and that much more to prove. Dan Quinn inching closer to trade that would demoralize Cowboys. The primary objective for the Dallas Cowboys this offseason should be closing the gap on the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Commanders. Much to the dismay of Cowboys fans, the Eagles and Commanders met in the NFC Championship game, with the former going on to dismantle the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It's a deserved ring for Philly, though Dan Quinn deserves immense credit for helping to end Washington's NFC title game drought. Hitting on Jaden Daniels with the number 2 pick played a vital role in the Commanders' turnaround. As did new ownership greenlighting a historic spending spree last offseason. Quinn's team has been just as busy after falling short against the Eagles. They've traded for left tackle Laramie Tunsil in a shocking deal with the Texans and acquired another weapon for Daniels in the form of longtime 49ers star Deebo Samuel. It's the aggression you'd like to see Dallas adopt, but Quinn and company might not be done making blockbuster deals. Bengals pass rusher Trey Hendrickson, who led the NFL with 17.5 sacks last season, is due for a contract extension, but the team has not made a concerted effort to get a deal done. Hendrickson appeared on the Pat McAfee show last week and aired his grievances, saying the process and lack of communication from Cincinnati have been frustrating. This comes after the Bengals confoundingly prioritized extensions for receivers Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. While insider Ian Rappaport noted on Tuesday that the Bengals want to pay Hendrickson, further alienating the star defender only increases the likelihood of a trade. Should tensions reach a boiling point, you have to think Quinn and the Commanders will have an offer ready. Washington is clearly in win-now mode while Daniels is on his rookie contract. They only have 5 draft picks this year after all of their wheeling and dealing. However, their second-round choice, number 61 overall, and a potential day 3 pick, may pique the Bengals' interest. Quinn's roster is in great shape, but edge is a glaring weakness. The Commanders showed interest in Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, and DeMarcus Lawrence, but they all signed elsewhere. They don't have a single defensive lineman that posted more than 5 sacks in 2024. Only Dante Fowler crossed that threshold, and he signed with the Cowboys in free agency. Hendrickson would set Washington's roster over the top, and there have been no reports to suggest he and the Bengals are close to finding common ground. Hendrickson finding his way to the Commanders would be a brutal turn of events for Dallas amid another sluggish offseason. And you, fan? What do you think about Dan Quinn's situation? Write to us in the comments.